Hello, and how you guys are doing today. Today, I want to talk about 4 ways in which you can start building credit. So stay tuned. My name is Jay, and welcome to Ask a Debt Collector. I've been in the debt collection industry for over 15 years. During that time span, I've done it all, from skip tracing to collecting to working in the legal department and management. Lastly, I've owned 2 debt collection agencies over the course of that time. During the last 8 years, I've been the go-to guy for friends and family for questions about debt. Now, I want to be the go-to guy for you. If you have any questions, put them down in the comment. I promise you I'll answer those questions. Let's go. In today's day and age, it's sort of kind of sad when I think about it, and I think about myself. The reality is credit is a very, very important thing. Unfortunately, it's not taught in schools for whatever reason. I don't understand why it's not taught in schools, but it should be. If you agree with me, put it down in the comments. Nevertheless, because it's not taught in school, then what happens is credit is taught from family, right? And so let's face it, in disenfranchised communities, poorer communities, whether you're white, black, Asian, Mexican, whatever race you are, typically whatever your parents did is what you'll end up doing. So if your mom struggled with credit, didn't know anything about credit, then typically that's passed along or down to you. In my situation as a kid, I was never taught anything about credit. I had no idea anything about credit. Probably over the last 10 years of my career, obviously working as a debt collector, is when I learned about credit in the beginning 15 years ago, and then started taking it serious probably in the last 6 or 7 years. But that's the circumstance. So I'm hoping that this video, if you've never learned anything about credit, that you can learn some stuff. If that's the type of information that you're interested in, like and subscribe to this YouTube channel, and I will give you all of the information concerning debt and credit. And then as always, if you have any questions, put them down in the comments and I'll answer those questions for you. Number one way that you can start building credit today is get a secured credit card. Now, with credit cards, you have secured and unsecured credit cards. Now, with the secured credit card, are typically given to people who are trying to establish or build credit. Now, with the secured credit card, all you have to do is go down to your bank or down to your credit union. You walk right inside of there. You say, hey, I want a secured credit card for, depending on how much money you have, anywhere from $100 up to $1,000 or even more. You can say, hey, I want a secure credit card for $500. You hand the teller the $500, or whoever it is going to approve you for that secure credit card. And basically what happens is they hold on to that money. They'll give you a line of credit for that amount. Obviously, it's to protect the bank. That's why they take the $500. In case something happens and you don't pay it, they have the money to actually pay it. Pay back that credit card. But after about a year of paying on that credit card, now check with your financial institution or whoever it is that you deal with. Then after that year, typically they'll give you back that money and you'll have that credit card over that time span. In a year, you'll build your credit at that time span. And I would say after that year's time span, as long as you make your payments on time each month, then I would apply for a regular credit card. But the number one way is a secured credit card. The second option for you to do is to get a credit builder loan, a credit builder loan. Similar to the unsecured credit card, similar type situation. You go inside the bank, same situation. You say, hey, I want to get a credit builder loan from you guys. You hand them $500. They put it into your savings account, and basically they'll give you a loan for $500 plus interest. Yes, you have to pay interest, but it's just like a regular loan. Any loan that anyone gets, you're going to have to pay some type of interest on that loan. And then over the course of a time, whether a year or however long that loan duration is, you make your payments. They take the money that you have, put it in your savings account. After the loan is paid plus the interest, you have that as you have that reported on your credit report. And it shows that you obviously paid off a credit builder loan. So that's another way you can do it, similar to the unsecured credit card. Third thing that you can do to help build your credit is a lot of people know, I mean, with Experian, especially with Experian, they'll advertise a lot of times that you can report your utilities bill, you can report your cell phone bill, and in some cases you can even report your rent that you're paying each month, and it'll be on your credit report, and it'll actually show that you're obviously paying that utility bill or your rent or your cell phone bill. Same thing like anything else, make sure you're paying it on time. Over the course of about a year, you'll build your credit. But the fourth option is the one that I recommend the most, but it can be difficult if you don't know anyone, and that's as an authorized user. Now I have a video, I'll put it down in the description, explaining what an authorized user is on a credit card, but as a low one, you want to find somebody who has good credit and who does not max out their credit cards to add you as an authorized user on that credit card. Now, I recommend this because a lot of times if you have 3 or 4 years of established credit, the person that you find that you want to use as an authorized user, they have 3 to 5 years of established credit on that credit card where they're paying the payments on time and so forth for a large amount of time. When you become an authorized user on there, not only will you see your FICO score go up, the creditors will look at you as, okay, well, it's almost like a co-signer. And if you're around someone, typically a little leaven's the whole lump. If you're around somebody who has good credit and they trust you to put you down as an authorized user, that says something about you as in particular. And so obviously, that way, you're not actually going to the bank and giving them any money. You're just an authorized user on the credit card, and that, in fact, will help boost your credit score and lift you up. Now, as far as the authorized users, if you want to know more information, if you don't know anyone who does that, I will have a credit card that is specifically set aside for that situation. So if you're looking for an authorized user and you want to know anything about that, down below, it'll be Ask a Debt Collector at barrettrecovery.com. I'll put the email down below. Email me, and we can get you set up and get that taken care of. Now, if you're trying to build your credit and you need some help with regards to cleaning up some of your old stuff, we do consultations. Send me an email at askadebtcollector@barrettrecovery.com. I'll respond. And as I always say, if you have any questions, put them down in the comments section. I promise you I'll answer them. And as always, you be great.